Live from Studio A on the Ohlone Fremont campus, this is Ohlone Tri-City News, featuring stories about our neighbors in Fremont, Newark, and Union City.
Good evening. I am Rebecca Twyman. Welcome to Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, October 26, 2022. And now the news. Fiber optic cables and phone cables were cut in multiple events during September. 4 incidents of telecom vandalism and disrupted phone and internet service in the neighborhood near Cougar Drive and Mission Boulevard. Comcast, Xfinity, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon facilities were affected. Total cable damage was estimated at $300,000. Investigating Fremont detectives identified suspect Rohan Patel in 2 of the telecom vandalism attacks. 46-year-old Patel of Fremont has been charged by the Alameda DA in 4 counts of felony vandalism and disabling a utility line. Patel is currently being held in Santa Rita Jail awaiting a court appearance. Fremont detectives are continuing to investigate leads in the case. Tips and information can be sent to Detective Travis McDonald at mcdonald@fremont.gov. Diwali, one of the most popular of the Hindu festivals symbolizing victory of light over darkness, good over evil, was celebrated on Monday by the whole Indian community. Here's Kalpana with the story.
Diwali, one of the biggest and the most important Indian festivals, also called the Festival of Lights, was celebrated in a unique way at this temple on Niles Boulevard in Fremont. Goddess Lakshmi, also known as the Goddess of Wealth, is placed center stage, and around her is decorated with a variety of grated vegetables like carrots, spinach, cabbage, etc. in a beautiful pattern. The stage is then adorned with more than 1,000 lamps which are lit at night. The priest then performs a religious ceremony in praise of Goddess Lakshmi. The volunteers spend about 8 hours setting up the stage for the ceremony and have a lot of fun in the process. Prasad, or holy food, is offered to everyone at the end of the day. It definitely lights up the night. This is Kalpana Pachipala for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Here at Ohlone, students have the opportunity to dive into an extensive knowledge about the body through the study of kinesiology, which is the study of the body's movement. Here is Johan with the story.
Students in the Ohlone College Kinesiology Department are excited about what they are learning.
Well, I've learned a lot about the anatomy of the body, about the bones, specific muscles. I've also learned how to tape and wrap a lot of injuries. I've learned about emergency procedures, like
how to wrap like my thumb, my ankles or whatever's bothering me. They've been teachers
like say if someone has heat stroke or any environmental situations as well. And I've also learned how to splint an injury. Like if someone breaks their arm, I can splint them and call EMS.
It's been fun, especially with Jeff Roberts, who is our athletic trainer, and Chelsea. They've been teaching me well, especially when I'm here on the soccer field.
The kinesiology department offers in-field experience that include hands-on clinical sessions in athletic training rooms and life-saving procedures like CPR and first aid protocols, as well as sports medicine prescription.
Phenomenal opportunity for students to get good foundational perspective and work done as they navigate towards whatever their academic and professional goals might be.
As a student, they have an opportunity to be working hands-on if they wanted to in the athletic training room. So if they were interested in maybe doing prevention and care of athletic injuries, they could work with our athletic trainers and almost be like have a first world experience of how to work in that environment.
Ohlone facilitates the job opportunities presented to students pursuing a kinesiology degree.
They tend to go down that fitness realm, whether it's as a strength and conditioning specialist, a personal trainer.
All the way from sports medicine to sports science, psych, those kinds of things, right?
They showed me what it was going to be like in the future, so wherever I transfer or what jobs I want to take on.
Yeah, the most common thing that people do with kinesiology degrees is either navigate towards something in the allied healthcare field, so they use kinesiology as a through point to physical therapy school or athletic training school or medical school or nursing school or something along those lines.
And then we have some other classes that are more specific to like exercise prescription, how to prescribe exercise. So like fitness training, group fitness trainers, that kind of thing, as well as prevention and care of sports medicine. So someone who may want to be a sports medicine specialist, athletic trainer, if you will.
Biology staff does a great job directing students to the right path. They urge students to take advantage of the resources here at Ohlone College.
I think that we've got a small, close-knit faculty that are passionate about our discipline.
And it almost be like have a first world experience of how to work in that environment. They're professional, and it's an opportunity that students really shouldn't pass by if they're interested in that area. So that's a really great benefit for them. Not to mention they can hang out with all of our sports in our on campus and on field types of classes and sports.
According to Dean Warden, the overall master plan is to have a new kinesiology building constructed, and the current building will be renovated in the coming years. From the Ohlone Fremont campus, this is Johan Lopez for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Ohlone had a fashion show just earlier today. Stay tuned, we'll tell you more information after this break.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Next Tuesday, Ohlone College's Mecca group is hosting a Dia de los Muertos celebration, also known as Day of the Dead. It is a Mexican tradition where families come together to honor and remember friends and family members who have passed. At the event, there will be Aztec dancers, a display of altars, sugar skull painting, arts and crafts, and music. Food will be sold by Tacos Bravos, and the first 50 students get tickets for free tacos. The Dia de los Muertos celebration will be on Tuesday, November 1st, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. at Ohlone Way on the Fremont campus. In honor of Filipino American History Month, the Ohlone Multicultural Student Center and the Office of Student Life hosted the Filipino Fashion Show today. The event featured Filipino students, staff, and faculty as they walked the runway and showed off both traditional and modern renditions of their cultural attire. As an added bonus, the event featured free lumpia to all of those who attended. Ohlone ceramics and arts departments came together to recreate a famous painting installed here at Ohlone. Here's Charles with the story.
I've been asked, why this painting? In 2016, I visited the Reina Sofia Museum in Madrid during my sabbatical, and I stood in front of Picasso's painting Guernica. It was as captivating today as it was groundbreaking in 1937. When I returned home, I couldn't stop thinking about this painting, its scale, its movement, and the tragic story it was telling.
It was conceived in 1937, and it was Picasso's reaction to the Nazis and Italian fascists bombing this small idyllic town that it was unprovoked. And what's so sad is how relevant this painting is today. It's been referenced through a few different wars, but most recently what's happening in Ukraine. And I just wanted to recreate this with my students and talk about the significance of this painting and the power of the scale of it. And talk about it being used for this particular painting is that it shows the shattering of people's lives through these strong angles. That was part of Pablo Picasso's style. So when I returned in the fall of 2016, I started implementing this project. So over several semesters, we made 275 tiles.
Spring, nearly 6 years later, and after much planning, we began the final installation and completed this project in May. Over 100 students, faculty, and staff participated in this project, and I'm immensely proud of not only the work we did, but also the community we created, and the hundreds of hours of volunteer work put in by those who participated.
Today represents the end of a 6-year journey by art instructor Katie Frank and her ceramic students who put their heart, sweat, and soul into the tiles that make up this masterpiece behind me.
And so when this piece came out, it really spoke to me. And when I found out they were going to do a presentation and there's going to be a speaker on the history of it and the background of it, it really interested me and reeled me. And I had actually never heard of the painting before until I saw it here at Ohlone.
I'm here because I helped to put up the Guernica, the mural. When I was lifting the pieces, you couldn't see how it all fit together, but when you saw it all up there, all fit together, but seeing it all together was really awesome.
Every part was happiness for me because I was participating in something that showed protest against war, and in a calm, in a manner that art shows.
At the Ohlone College Guernica Art Installation, I am Charles Bolton for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Let's take a look at this week's entertainment with Brandon.
Thanks, Rebecca. Ant-Man and the Wasp released its new trailer for its sequel Quantumania this Monday. Set against Elton John's hit Yellow Brick Road, the trailer features Paul Rudd and friends going up against Jonathan Majors' Kang, who was last seen in the Disney Plus show Loki. The movie releases next February in theaters. Speaking about Disney Plus, Doctor Who actor Ncuti Gatwa announced yesterday that the popular sci-fi show will be streaming internationally on the service. The longtime series just had its previous lead, Jodie Whittaker, regenerate into her next incarnation last Sunday. To commemorate Ncuti's arrival, Doctor Who released a new retro-inspired logo for the show. The show will be returning in November on 2023 with a series of 3 specials helmed by actor David Tennant reprising his role as the Doctor. Former showrunner Russell T Davies is also set to make his return. Sportswear company Adidas have finally ended their deal with Kanye West after the rapper made multiple anti-Semitic and racist attacks publicly over the course of the past few weeks. His talent agency, CAA, have also dropped him from their label. Over the course of the past few weeks, Kanye has inspired a surge of anti-Semitism. Just recently in LA, a group of neo-Nazis appeared on a bridge with banners saying Kanye is right and hailing. Actor Leslie Jordan passed away this Monday in a car crash at the age of 67. Known for his roles on Will and Grace, the comedian took to social media to bring joy to the country during his darkest moments in the pandemic. Known for his southern accent and short stature, Jordan helped many navigate the changes the country was going through with humor and charm. Taylor Swift released her 10th studio album last Friday to critical acclaim. Titled Midnight, the singer released 7 additional songs after the premiere of her album, which she called 3 a.m. tracks. The album sold over 800 copies in the first day alone and is currently available for streaming on all services. In another win for tokusatsu fans, publisher Discotek announced this Monday that they'll be releasing popular action show Kamen Rider Black on Blu-ray nationally in North America. No word yet if Black sequel Black RX will be released. However, the news follows a slew of other English subtitled releases for the long-running series. Japanese production company Toei have begun recently pushing for a larger influence in North America for their hit action anthology show Kamen Rider. The announcement for Black coincides with the release of modern-day reboot coming to Amazon Prime internationally this Friday titled Black Sun. That's it for entertainment. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Brandon. I'll have to check it out on Amazon. If you have unused prescription drugs, e-cigarettes, or vaping devices that you would like to dispose of, consider visiting the Fremont Elks Lodge. On Saturday, October 29th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Fremont Police Department will be participating in National Drug Take-Back Day, a national holiday that promotes safety from the misuse of drugs and drug abuse in the public. With the holidays just around the corner, the city of Fremont is preparing their community camps. Stay tuned. We'll tell you more information about that after the break.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
The Fremont Parks and Recreation are hosting Thanksgiving and winter break camps for kids between ages of 5 and 16. Thanksgiving camps will be held from November 21st through November 23rd, and the winter break camps will be held from December 27th to December 29th and January 3rd to January 6th. And camps include cooking classes, sports jams, story writing classes, art classes, and many more. To register or for more information, you can visit their website at fremont.gov and search for Thanksgiving and winter break camps in their search bar. Ohlone College had its mini seasonal career fair last Thursday. Potential professions ranged from swim instructors to package handlers and even childcare workers for special needs children. Over 10 different employers came to the event, and there were even fun prizes to be won. There was a booth to help students with their resumes. Students also had the option to sign up for a series of after-school workshops on building leadership. With gas prices skyrocketing, some jobs have begun offering to help students cover the cost of commuting to work. The holiday season is approaching fast, and the city of Fremont is sponsoring Giving Hope 2022. After 2 years of economic fallout from COVID, many households are struggling because of the pressures of inflation. Consider supporting Giving Hope in a way that best fits your year-end and giving plans. To sponsor a wish list for a family or an individual, including those with pet companions, call Monica at 510-574-2057 or email at mdominguez@fremont.gov. Let's take a look at this week's weather with Armando.
Thanks, Rebecca. All right, folks. So, weather's been a bit unpredictable as of late, but I think now it's officially time to call it sweater season. You can take a look at today's highs. Not very high whatsoever, especially in recent memory. We got low 60s, mid 60s right there in Santa Cruz. That's about it. That's the warmest today. High 50s, mid 60s. We're going to toss it to tonight's lows. And tonight's lows, a little bit similar to tonight's highs. You're just going to see a minus 10 degree drop in most areas. So, low 50s or high 40s, nothing else in between really. Now we're going to toss it to tomorrow's highs. And tomorrow's highs, a little bit of a change. It's going to get noticeably warmer tomorrow compared to today. You're going to see high 60s to low 70s. Nothing really dipping into the mid 60 range or low 60s. So yeah. Now tossing it to our 5-day forecast. And to our 5-day forecast, well, there's our 5-day forecast. All right. You're going to mainly see, just low range 70s, mid range 60s to high 60s. Hottest being 76 on Sunday. It's going to be sunny on Thursday and Sunday, and then cloudy Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Now that's it for this week's weather. It's hoodie season, folks, and back to Rebecca.
Thanks, Armando. This past Friday, Alameda County Fire responded to Ballantine Drive in Newark for a traffic collision. Engine 29, Truck 28, and Battalion 7 all responded. A rescue was attempted and successfully completed by the department. The firefighters on scene saved the victim with hydraulic cutters and spreaders. Our brave firefighters saved another life, and hats off to the firefighters who had helped in the rescue. Are you interested in participating in a drawing event? Stay tuned. We'll tell you more information about after the break.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
According to the California Labor Commissioner's office, a vegetarian restaurant has taken millions of dollars from its employees. Savannah Bhavan is an Indian vegetarian restaurant with franchises in Fremont, Sunnyvale, and Milpitas. An investigation started in October 2019 reveals employees stole over $2 million in tips, minimum wages, and overtime pay. A settlement has been finalized that will pay employees around $7,000 each. Employers will make a personal apology to the employees for the infringement, as well as create a 1-hour training video about labor laws. California law does not allow employers to share or keep tips that were left for employees. The Downtown Event Center in Fremont hosted a job fair yesterday, Tuesday, October 25th. Employers set up booths to advertise part-time and full-time jobs, as well as internships. Big companies like Amazon and UPS were present at the event. For attendees, there were snacks and drinks. If you missed this opportunity, you can see where the next event will take place on their website at fremontbusiness.com. Did you know that the Fremont Library holds a weekly drawing event for the community? Here's Aliana with the story.
Every Sunday, the Fremont Library holds a figure drawing event for teenagers from the local area. The event lets teens practice their drawing skills with volunteers posing right in front of them. No prior experience is required, and materials are provided by the library. If you're a teen interested in participating in the event starts at 1:15 p.m. in the Teen Zone. The Teen Zone is located to the left of the Member Services desk on the first floor. If you're an adult interested in posing for the event, visit aclibrary.org/teens/volunteer. If you'd like to find more events held by the Alameda County Libraries, visit aclibrary.org and click on the Events tab. This is Aliana Pasta for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Let's look at this week's sports with Johan.
Thanks, Rebecca. We are close to the finale for all the fall athletics teams, as there's only a couple of weeks left in the season. You can say we are in the end game, as each remaining game is very crucial, as some teams will continue their storybook season in the playoffs, while the others will be sent home packing for the season. So now let's lead off with women's water polo. The Lady Renegades looked to have a bounce-back game against City College last week, and boy did they do that. They demolished City College with a score of 23-4. Michelle Kong had a total of 7 goals, while Mary Teo had 5 goals in the blowout win. These Lady Renegades are now 4-3 in the season, and the home pool advantage is real because they have yet to lose at home this season with a perfect 3-0 record. The Renegades will take on College Merced today, looking for a perfect record at home. Now to the men's side of water polo. The Renegades took on Los Positas College last week, looking to continue the hot streak, but ultimately they couldn't roll with the momentum as they took the loss with a score of 12-8. Alex Berzanki and Cheyenne Rezvani was essentially their whole offense. Berzanki scored 4, while Rezvani had 3 goals. The Renegades still have an impressive record of 8-4 and will be taking on the College of Merced today as their season is slowly winding down. The Ohlone men's soccer team took on Hartnell College last Friday, looking for their first win in over a month and a half. But the struggles continue as they are still looking for that win, as they took the loss with the score of 4-2. The Renegades' record is now 2 wins, 10 losses, and 2 ties, and they'll look to turn around this season when they take on the West Valley Vikings, looking for their first away win this season as they have an 0-4 record when they're the visiting team. Now on to the Ohlone women's volleyball team. The Lady Renegades had 2 games last week. The first matchup was against San Mateo College, and they got dominated, losing 3-0. But in their next match against Los Positas, they bounced back with a W with a score of 3-1. The Kill sisters, Gabby Ray Chow and Gianna Chicante, both had 13 kills in the victory. These Lady Renegades are now 6-17 for the season and will take on Skyline College today as they look to end the season strong. So exciting stuff to say the least. The semester is flying by, fall sports playoff is upon us, and the beginning of winter sports is so near, which should be fun to watch. And that's a wrap for sports this week. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Johan. Horror films of all kinds, including some made right here at Ohlone College, will run all day and all night, beginning this Friday and running through the end of Halloween. You can tune in on Comcast Channel 28 here in Fremont, Newark, and Union City, or watch anywhere on your computer or phone at ohlonetv.com. That's all for the Ohlone Tri-City News. Thank you from all of us here at the studio. Have a great night. Goodbye.